all because you refuse to convert. I really hope they're having massive problems with uprisings because of that. That's a good idea. We probably should get some mercenaries for this. So the Grand Company is a really big unit. Not that expensive either. I mean, they don't have any bonuses. They're just big. Free Company doesn't have any penalties anymore. Oh, that's why it became unavailable then available again, because it's a new type of Free Company. Gascon Musket Company comes with just infantry and infantry fire ability. Swiss Guard, discipline. Frisian Free Company is morale and morale damage. Reichslaufer are the shock damage. Independent Army are unavailable just because we can't afford them. They are a big unit. Flemish Company have infantry combat ability. The Doppelsoldner have really... Wow, these guys have improved. It's too bad they have the artillery. I'm really surprised with these bonuses. Why do you have artillery? You should just be a 4 unit of infantry. Just like a very expensive 4 unit. Then the Schweizer Guard, these are like the mix. I'm liking the idea of getting the Grand Company though. Just boots on the ground. And we can afford it. And then after this, the next one we would probably go for would be the Frisian Freeze. How dangerous is having low crown lands in this DLC? So if you have less than 30% crown lands, then you do start suffering some penalties. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what those penalties are because I don't remember. But I do think they're fairly bad. It's not like having negative stability, not like that level. But still definitely won't do any favours. So as long as you keep your crown lands above 30, you're generally okay. Where are we? Sixron wants me to drink some tea. So does Kalinus. And then Flamebird, Arndt Gunther, Flango the Mod, Electric Witch Whipper, Mierten, Weekel. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Free features are map, estates, ideas, submission trees, government reforms, lots of quality of life changes. But what's in the... Oh, paid features, here we go. New Pope mechanics, including Council of Trent, new HRE mechanics, new Revolution mechanics, Hussite, Hegemons, new mission trees, new Defender of the Faith mechanics, provoke rebellions. Aha. So there you go. How long do these rebels been in small... how long have they been in Hamburg? Basically for the last 100 years. They've been there a long time. And at this point, I really probably should have a word with them and say, hey, I'll help you get rid of them. I'm going to have to attack Start soon. Do we have a general? We do. Bornemannen. Our general is pretty good. I think I'm going to wait until the end of this month and we're going to attack. So the Grand Company is not going to be at full morale. Not much we can do about that. Let's see what we can do here. They're taking too long to gain more. And we can even beat them, even without. Fantastic. And because of the victory, we're going to have gained morale, so we can go and engage this 13,000. We outnumber them. 20,000 against 12. Go Lubeck! Ha ha! Fear the might of our armies! I don't know why they're mighty, but apparently they are. I think it's just that we have a lot of morale for a merchant republic. Go plutocracy. Alright, let's spread you out a bit. Because I don't gain anything from this, so I think I'm going to fight this on like a purely defensive basis. but we are pretty good at going on a defensive basis. Defense is what we do. And this is why you build a lot of forts. Brandenburg's rivaled me. God damn it. Like the whole of Germany is rivaling us at the moment. And unfortunately now, if Brandenburg does go Protestant, it's too late. They've rivaled us. They're unlikely to change that. And they wouldn't be able to anyway for the next 10 years. Alright, one other thing I'm going to do. Hamburg, I'm tired of you being occupied. Can you just let me in? Because the longer you're occupied, the less money I make because you're making less trade power. Thank you. Alright, job's done. You're welcome. Diplo next year. Actually, I want to put you in Lubeck. Hey, Dithmarschen doing their bit. In fact, why are relations with you not higher? You're still a little bit pissed that I vassalized you. Yeah, fair enough. And that army is chasing Augsburg. I mean, I guess I could be going to nibble on their armies with my mercenaries. Yeah, Brandenburg rivaling us, and Brandenburg just so stubbornly refusing to convert is a problem. I don't understand why they're refusing so heavily. I really don't get it. Missed the war breaking out. Who is this? This is Poland versus Bohemia. Poland declared it. And I'm quite happy to see Poland doing well, so I joined. Plus, I'd like to see Bohemia weakened. It's in our interest. Because they rivaled us. We're starting to get a lot of big rivals, which does make me a little nervous. Austria, Denmark, Bohemia and Brandenburg. I can't change rivals while I'm at war. Do I really want to rival Sweden now is the question. Is Sweden starting... Okay, Sweden's starting to get some reform pressure. But then, as we've seen with Brandenburg, that's no guarantee that they'll actually flip. Could start looking for allies like Sweden. Oh, I would love to be allied with Sweden, but they seem to be doing everything they possibly can, just like Brandenburg, to avoid that. Oof, that's actually a big army. Nope, turn around. Although Rostock would be a defensive bonus. We're going to wait until this siege is done, then we'll go after Rostock, I think. Although this is making me lose money. And that's not good business. But Poznan is rightful Polish turf. I'm quite happy to give that to Poland, because a strong Poland's going to now be an important counterbalance to Brandenburg. Another cabinet of curiosities. Fine. Loans, loans, loans. We now have 17 loans. Wait. Oh, Wallachia, Augsburg pieced out. I was like, that looks... What? Huh? Is that my flag? That's my flag, but that's not. Got me a little bit concerned there. That is a lot of Bohemians. So I'm really hoping that all of this pressure that I'm taking off of Poland is using well. Where are your armies, Poland? Oh, you're all just attacking Krakow. Fair enough. Again, rightful Polish clay. I will not argue against it. Poznan has fallen. I will give this to you, Poland. This is my gift to you. Need to get there before the tick ends. And again, our armies are... Why are we so strong? We have 3.9 morale versus their 3.3. They have army tradition, they have power projection. We have abolished serfdom, power projection, and army tradition. We have really good army tradition. 51. Huh. They have slightly more morale, but our mercenaries are better. They have morale and discipline. Plus, we're just really well drilled. I wonder if our professionalism's doing this. Because we have an extremely professional army. Oh, and we have tactics, right. We are Miltech 13? 12. That's true. That's very true. Alright, let's send these guys over there. And we'll go for round 2. Ah, you guys need to upgrade. And we're ahead of time again, and that's why I was losing money, because I hadn't upgraded my Diplo. So my trade efficiency didn't have the 20% bonus. It does now. Where is this army going? I'm not even sure they know. More to the point, how do they... Oh, I guess there's no forts in this central section. Kind of looks like they're going for the south. They're going over here, aren't they? Are they trying to lift the siege on... thingy? Who gets there first? I'm on the 13th. They're on the 11th. It's open. I don't have the river crossing. This is fine. Do it. Go for it. Kill them. Kill them all. Stack wipe? No. Still a victory, though. Ah, we've taken Krakow. Apparently I got the occupation. Nah, it's cool. You can have it. I don't want any of this stuff. This is all rightfully Polish. I 100% accept that. And they're back again! Why are you attacking me? I am the more dangerous target here. I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. Alright, I am going to re-elect this chap because it's about time that we did that.
Raiding party!
Give that to Poland. Hey, Quackasol! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Quackasol's viewers. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Let me guess, you were playing EU4. So who are you playing as in your game? Have a look at the bonuses for professionalism. They've been buffed. Mercenary cost is down. Mercenary manpower is down. So I'm pretty sure that you do get better mercenaries with low professionalism. I'm fairly sure that those are decreasing. Siege ability is +9. Land damage +4.8. Shock damage +4.8. And then regiment drill loss -24%. Yeah, I knew that you got a lot more regiment drill. Because that's something I've definitely noticed. Because I've been drilling a lot. And my units are retaining their drill really quite nicely. And yeah, we're making a lot of money from trade, but we are Lubeck. That's kind of what we do. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that Rostock may actually fall this time. We got there. Aha! No, 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 no. You can't take my forts. Huzzah! Bye, Bohemia. Again. Running from, like, the Black Sea all the way over to Rostock. And then having a bit of a Barney at the end of it. What's my participation in this war? Because it's good. Yeah, it's 70%. Not surprised. Poland, I am carrying you here. Playing as Bohemia, attempting a Hussite one faith. Excited about Lubeck though, so cool to see somebody playing as them. I gotta say, I really like Lubeck's changes. And I really like Lubeck's mission tree. This is something I cannot say very often. I don't like missions. I don't like the mission system. I do, however, like Lubeck's. It's just very well done. The reason for that is my problem with most mission trees is it's all about painting the map your colour. This bores me. I'm not interested, especially for a nation like Lubeck. The intention is to play high, it's not to go wide. So yes, you do have a couple, but they're all reasonable. It's like, go for Wismar and Rostock. They were historically part of the Hansa. Go for Visby, historically part of the Hansa. Go for Novgorod, historically part of the Hansa. And then the bonuses for this isn't just like, hey, here's a massive chunk of Poland. No, it's stuff like, have some mercantilism, have some admin power, have some more mercantilism. Like, I just like that. And then one of their late ones is Unite the League. So your tag changes from Lubeck to the Hansa. It's not a decision, it's a mission. That's a mission done well, and I really like that. And it does also have some alt history stuff. For example, Newfoundland trading ports. Create new Lubeck, a colony in the New World. It's just really nicely done. I gotta say, I like Lubeck's mission tree. And I hope that a lot of the new ones are more similar to that than the old ones, because I really just did not... I completely ignored the mission system. I did not like it in any way. And yeah, Alfred, I saw you were watching. Chat, Alfred is the guy who wrote the whole thing, or a lot of Lubeck? And I'm not just saying it because I saw your name in chat earlier. I'm saying it because I legitimately mean it. Lubeck's mission tree is very good. And yeah, sorry Quagasol, but we're currently fighting Bohemia and beating them up. We're kind of bullying them a little bit. I'm still a little bit shocked that my armies are performing as well as they are. I think it's just, yes, we're ahead in technology. We have crazy innovativeness. Actually, so does Bohemia. Our innovativeness is definitely carrying a lot of this. And also the fact we have plutocratic ideas. I mean, it's still relatively early, and we've had a lot of luck with decent rulers, although not recently. We had a 666 for quite a long time. Imperator's mission system is interesting where you get to choose whether you play tall or wide. Yeah, see, that I prefer. Can I explain my thoughts on putting a merchant in your home node? Oh yeah, 100%. This is probably one of the most important things you can do for two very major reasons. Number one, when you have a merchant in your home node, then you get 10% more trade efficiency in your home node. This means that for all of the control, or all the ducats that you're already extracting in your home node, the value of those ducats is increased by 10%. So the higher your trade efficiency, the more money you are actually converting out of your share of the pot in that trade node. The second reason is if you have a merchant in your home node, then every single merchant throughout the rest of the world that you own gives you another 10% trade power in your home node. So the reason I have 79% bonus trade power is because I have a lot of merchants. So that transfer from Baltic Sea, transfer from Saxony, transfer from Rhineland, transfer from North Sea, these are all active merchants, and you only get this bonus if you have a merchant in your home node. So it is incredibly important that you put a merchant there. If you're not really a trading nation, you only have like 2 merchants, it's less important. If you are a trading nation, then you want that bonus to the trade efficiency, and you absolutely want that bonus for every single merchant out in the world. So very important to put a merchant in your own trade node. And it's also very important to only concentrate on one node. Don't go collecting trade in 2 or 3 places. It's 9 times out of 10 a bad idea. There are 1 or 2 exceptions, like France probably wants to. May want to put one in either English Channel and Champagne, or maybe Valencia, maybe Genoa. Back in the day when Genoa was this whole section, it was a very good idea to put one in Genoa and one in the English Channel, because they were both end nodes and they were both quite valuable. But that's very much the exception to the rule. Almost always you just want to have one place where you're collecting, and that's your home node. Thought you get the transfer bonus regardless. Nope. If you collect in more than one node, collect with all of your merchants since you won't get any transfer bonus. That's an interesting idea. Sometimes be useful to collect in the Cape of Good Hope if you can't transfer to your home node. That's true. So actually, like, as much as I gush about the strength of Genoa and strength of English Channel, The most powerful node in the entire game is probably this one, because the Ivory Coast determines where all of the money from the Far East and from Africa goes. Like, basically all of the trade that flows from the Cape of Good Hope flows into the Ivory Coast, then the Ivory Coast determines where it goes, whether it's the Caribbean, whether it's Seville, whether it's Bordeaux, or whether it's the English Channel. It is incredibly important. So even if you have a huge colony out in the East Indies, if you don't control the Ivory Coast, there's a good chance you're not going to get any of that trade. So making sure you have some colonies there is important. Likewise with the Caribbean for the Americas. A lot of the trade here flows to the Caribbean, and it likewise determines where it flows to. Either it goes north, which then goes to the North Sea or the English Channel, or it goes to Seville, or it goes to Bordeaux. So it's either to France, to Spain, or to England, or Germany, or the Netherlands. And then, yeah, the end nodes. Genoa, incredibly powerful. English Channel, incredibly powerful. I'm kind of interested to see what difference Valencia makes. That's definitely weakened Genoa as a node. It's concentrated more power in the Italians. I think, like, theoretically, I prefer the old system where there's a lot more competition over the Genoa node. It does seem like it's going to be really concentrated in the hands of the Italians now. We'll see. Which is one of the reasons they added this bit to Genoa in the first place, because it did used to work where there was an Aragon trade node. I do like that there is some control of Valencia through France, which means that you're going to be competing with the French, but there are no centres of trade here, so France is never really going to be able to compete with the 3 centres of trade which are in Aragon. Valencia could become a quasi-end node, yeah, in kind of the same way that Lubeck can, but it's never going to have the same power that Genoa or the English Channel will have. And I really like the English Channel as it stands. Like, splitting the power between the Low Countries, Normandy, and England, that's a good move. That means that there are some really interesting trade relations going on in the English Channel. Italians will now have to get some land in Iberia to get a hold of the New World trade. Possibly. I mean, it was always somewhat difficult to get it out of Sevilla, though with enough light ships you could do it. It's kind of the same with Valencia. If you have enough light ships, you can do it. The 3 centres of trade here are only going to provide so much provincial trade power. And in fact, there being so few and this being such a small node, it's going to be relatively easy to dominate with light ships. But it is another place that you need to split out light ships to go and do. What about the Venice node? Venice node is powerful early on, but it falls off, and it falls off hard because trade from the New World does not get to Venice. There is no way of feeding New World trade into Venice, unless I think you go via, like, Japan. And even then, you're only really going to get Californian trade. Where does Persia go now? Basra. Oh, sorry, Aleppo. That hasn't changed. This is all the same. The only bit that's really changed is the addition of Valencia, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and some of the German trades changed. I can't remember how it always worked over here, because I tended to ignore inland trade nodes, because I just never rated them. Caravans were too powerful. Too easy to get provincial trade to just lock it down. And Pest. I've never played in this region, so how trade here works, I have no idea. Wait, what does... There's a new Persian exit node. Well, I can't see Persia. Oh, maybe to Astrakhan? No, I'm pretty sure it always went to Astrakhan, didn't it? Don't know. Like, I've played North African powers. I actually really like the Mamelukes, but I haven't really played in this area at all. I haven't really played in this area at all either. Is that true? I'm trying to think of the... Like, I've played as Venice. I really like Venice. And people always say that Venice is the cursed nation in multiplayer, so one of these days I'm going to have to play as Venice in a multiplayer game just to see if that's true, because I'm not sure it is. And I really like Genoa. In fact, Genoa for a long time was one of my favourite nations. until they completely nerfed and gutted Merchant Republics. Merchant Republics are again worth playing, but I still maintain that monarchies are stronger. But they are better. They are definitely better since the government reforms. They're back. They're definitely back. But the fact that Merchant Republics don't get estates, and estates are now that much more powerful, it hurts them. The factions don't make up for it, and they haven't for a long time. Right, let's keep on handing this stuff over to Poland, because I have no interest in taking this territory. We are losing money. Not a huge amount, but enough to be noteworthy. Why are you coming to me? Trade conflict with Sweden. They are blockading us. That means that we can blockade them too. And I'm going to. No, I'm not. Wait, how can they blockade me? Excuse me, Sweden, but we do have a truce. How have they done that? If I'm blocked, they should be blocked. Of course Venice is cursed, everyone wants to kill them. True, but Venice is also in one of probably the most interesting diplomatic positions outside of Austria. You just gotta do your diplomacy as Venice. If they aren't at war, could be it. Doesn't matter. If there's a truce, you can't embargo them. We have a truce for another 3 years. Which is why Denmark's only now embargoing us, because that truce just ended. As Venice declared war on the Byzantines ASAP, vassalized them, and you've crippled the Ottomans before 1450. Possibly. As Venice, though, I think it's actually quite important not to get greedy. I think a greedy Venice is what was the downfall of Venice in the creator multiplayer. They went too aggro and they pissed players off. For example, going after the Knights, which is a stupid idea. The Knights are actually one of your best allies against the Ottomans because of all their bonuses to raiding and piracy. Which can't affect you. The Knights can't raid Catholics. Jacob, thank you very much for the bits. I believe that a pop-up for the trade conflict only means that they have light ships in one of your nodes, by the way. No, it means they're embargoing you. And I can double check that, because I'm pretty sure that everyone has light ships in this area, in our area. Diplo, focus on us. Trade League. Oh, no, you're right. Huh. They have no light ships here. They don't in... Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what that means. Is it saying that I can form a trade conflict against them? I'm going to need to read the pop-up next time it comes up. They're not attacking me again, are they? Nope. Where is Bohemia's army? I don't know. I don't even... Oh, there they are. Do we want to go and... Yes, we want to go and save Vilnius. Not sure that we'll get there in time. Oh, especially not with the 21 as the first tick. Ouch! From 0 to 21? That's a bit harsh. Oh, they survived. They survived. Growth of the cities attracts serfs. Yep, we'll accept it.